Rose and ring, but this time a little special stipulation that pleases you.
That's right, there's a big stipulation. The last time up there, I had Buddy Rose beaten right in the middle. I had the full Nelson on him. It was all over, right in the middle of the ring. No chance to get to the ropes whatsoever. And Ed Wiskowski decided it was his turn to jump in the ring. You know, they both enjoy it. They both jump in. They save each other. I guess that's what makes them supposedly number one, Frank. But this time, there's a little stipulation. The promoter saw what happened, and he saw the results of what happened. So this time, Ed Wiskowski, you're going to be chained wrist to wrist to Jimmy Snuka outside the ring. So I highly doubt that they're going to be in any position to interfere whatsoever. And that's going to leave just me and you, buddy. Just the two of us. No help from Easy Ed Wiskowski this time. Just you and I, buddy. Because I know that Jimmy Snuka is going to have Ed's number outside that ring, Frank. And it makes a big, big difference. I've been chained up before, wrist to wrist. It's not a comfortable feeling. The chain digs in. It cuts off your blood circulation to your hand. And I know that that big Fijian is a lot stronger in the arms than Ed Wiskowski is. So if it gets down to a tugging match on who's going to win on the end of that chain, I know Jimmy Snuka is going to come out on top.
Well, it might finally be decided. Of course, you've tried it a couple other times, and there have been interferences, things like that. And I know besides beating him, you're hoping, as we mentioned earlier during your match, that, of course, they're known as the Cripplers, and this is one instance where you'd like to be known as the Crippler. We understand you want to put the man completely out of commission.
That's right, Frank. Buddy Rose, your days are numbered, and it could end right in Seattle. The end of your wrestling career. You like crippling people. Well, one time, Rose, one time, I want to see you on the other end of the crippling. Put you on the other end. I'm going to put you out of wrestling for 2 months, send you home to Las Vegas, and let you think about it sitting in front of some slot machine for about 2 months, Buddy Rose.
That's Jesse Ventura. Thank you, Jesse. It's all going to happen Wednesday, March 15th, Seattle Center Arena. Get your tickets early, and the way you do that is by calling 624-4970. 624-4970, Seattle Center Arena, Wednesday, March 15th. We'll be back with more wrestling. First of all, we're going to take another big-time wrestling pause. Back in just a minute. Jackson or Ramos? Who will be managing the Sheik? It'll be decided in a moment. Bull Ramos with his opinion.
It's no doubt in my mind who's going to be wrestling the Sheik. You people just seen that mansion there. You've seen that man. He's like an animal. He's vicious, but he needs a little push, and Bull Ramos is the one who's going to do that. Hanson hasn't got it, and I'm going to show you people what I mean. When I take this Sheik, I'm going to take him all the way to the top. I don't think he holds any belts now. I don't think he has any championships or anything, but I want to buy me a wheelbarrow, a double wheel wheelbarrow to carry all the trophies, titles, and everything I'm going to get for the Sheik. Sheik, I know you're listening to me. You understand very little English. But let me tell you something. Bull Ramos came to town, and he's seen you. This red man, this Indian, this Apache, knows there's a lot of stuff hidden behind that head of yours. And I know that you have the ability. With your ability and my know-how, it's no stopping. Listen, Buddy Rose, Jesse, anybody, I don't care who's listening to me now. The Sheik, when he hollers up here and he says himself, the Sheik, he's trying to make you people listen. Well, they're going to listen to you, Sheik, because I'm going to teach you some holds that you've never heard about. I'm going to show you some holds that nobody's seen. I know you got the ability, and you're going to do it.
Okay, that'll be decided. That's coming up momentarily. Right now, we're going to get our host in the ring.
When you're on top and making all the money, it's a real pleasure to stand around and count your money. And of course, me and Rose spend more time probably counting our money than any wrestler in the Pacific Northwest. There's a chick right there for 110. What is that, $725? That's just for that one tower. I know. I'll tell you what, you know, it's great to be on top. And of course, there's people always trying to knock you off because they want to count their money too. But I tell you what, because we enjoy it so much, it's going to take a lot. Now in Seattle, here comes Jesse Ventura. Claims and calls interference by Ed Wiskowski. Well, that's all right, because that gives me the perfect opportunity to be chained to that wild, vicious animal they call Jimmy Snuka. Now, I don't mind being chained to the man. If anything, he should mind it, because as you people probably watched and witnessed last week, he interfered. He's the one that came in and tried to put a shambles on Buddy Rose. Right. So now, I am chained to Snuka. Rose has got Ventura right in the middle of the ring where he wants him. And I tell you what, this is not going to be an ordinary match. Rose knows, I know, that all the marbles, all the things that we enjoy doing, like counting our money, depends upon the outcome of this match. Is that right, buddy? That's right. Money, being on top, and having the belts is what it's all about. It's a way of making a living. And at the rate we're going right now, being on top, and you know what kind of money we make. You've been around, you know what we get. You've seen us when we've gotten paid, haven't you?
Yep.
You've seen them checks, right? I could retire in about 5 more years. I'm 25 years old. A lot of you people work till you're 65 years old. But I could retire in about 5 more years. They should call us to Mr. Box Office is what they should call us. Because we are crowd pleasers. We are exactly what the people want. The winners, the champions. We are the champions, my friend. And I am going to defeat you, Jesse Ventura, in Seattle. And now Ed Wiskowski will keep Snuka from interfering in that match. As you saw, a couple, wasn't it? I think you just saw Ventura come out a week ago and punch me when Dutch Savage was wrestling me. Is that right? Is that right?
That's true.
That's true. Frank Bonema never lies. He hit the nail right on the head. Ventura interfered. They should have a chain around him. They should have a chain around you people up there. I'm telling you, I'm tired of everybody interfering in our matches. I'm tired of everybody hitting us from behind, and I'm tired of 2-on-1. Now, Ventura, it's finally you and me, and I'm going to... Did you notice the new look on me? The new look. The dry look. Buddy Rose, the dry look. When I get done wrestling, it's Buddy Rose, the wet look, because I got a sweat worked up. But I've got a paycheck worked up, and I've still got my belt around my waist. And that's exactly the way I'm going to stay. We're the tag champions. He's a singles champ. Jonathan, what happened to Jonathan? Jonathan met Wiskowski, and Wiskowski came out on top. You know, every time you turn on the radio, there's a very popular song now. It's by Queen. It tells the story of mine and Rose's success. So every time you hear that song, it's called We Are the Champions. Turn it up just a little bit louder and listen carefully, because there is a success story. The story of Rose and Wiskowski. Because we are the champions. We are the fighters. We will continue to fight until the end. So listen to it carefully. Mark everything we say in your little book, because, baby, you can take it to the bank. As you can see, take a look at this look. Ed, you know Ann Margaret, right? You know her husband, Roger Smith? Yeah. I wear glasses like Roger Smith. I look like kind of like Elvis, the late Elvis Presley. Kinda, you know? I look a little bit like Roger Smith, Elvis, and I am a star. He's a star. Remember, when you go to bed on a clear night, the stars aren't above you. They're right here in front of you on the camera, right here. Ed Wiskowski and Buddy Rose. That's it.
All right, it's the 15th Seattle Center Arena. All the talk will be ended, and the action will get underway in the middle of the squared circle. Wiskowski chained to Snuka and ringside, Ventura in there against Rose. So it's going to be happening. 15th, Wednesday night, Seattle Center Arena. We'll see you next week on Big Time Wrestling. I'm Frank Bonema. So long.